If you analyze most tales of great adventure, they follow a narrative pattern that is often called the hero's journey. Lately, I've been reflecting on how this hero's journey is not unlike the adventures we take on when we sign up for large strategic projects. Aren't convinced? Well, let's talk about it. Welcome to What's Jonathan Thinking? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of What's Jonathan Thinking? So, how is the hero's journey like taking on large projects? Well, if you've never heard of the hero's journey, here's a quick explanation. The hero's journey is a timeless narrative template prevalent in myths and storytelling. It unfolds as a transformative odyssey for the protagonist. This archetypal adventure commences with a call to action, urging the hero to depart from the familiar confines of their ordinary world, to take on some big quest or challenge. While the hero may not always wield supernatural powers or extraordinary skills at the outset, they often possess distinctive qualities such as courage, leadership, resilience, or a strong moral compass. As the hero progresses through the journey, they encounter trials, gain allies, and confront their inner demons, leading to profound self-discovery. Along the way, mentors may impart special powers or skills, augmenting the hero's ability to overcome challenges. Yet, the essence of the hero's journey lies not solely in these external attributes, but in the internal metamorphosis of the hero's character. The evolution of their mindset, values, and understanding of themselves and the world changes. Ultimately, the hero returns to their ordinary world armed not just with newfound abilities, but with the wisdom and growth achieved through their journey. Here's a perfect example. In a captivating tale, a young protagonist living an ordinary life receives an unexpected invitation that marks the beginning of a mysterious and transformative journey. Drawn into a hidden world where magic and secrets abound, the hero navigates challenges both personal and external, guided by mentors and by forming alliances with a diverse group of companions. Along the way, the hero confronts fears and undergoes trials that lead to the discovery of latent powers and crucial knowledge. The narrative unfolds with a climactic ordeal that reshapes the hero's understanding of their destiny and themselves. As they return to their familiar world, the hero carries not only newfound abilities, but also a profound wisdom gained through that journey. Do you recognize the story? In this case, it was Harry Potter, but if we alter some details, it could be Star Wars, it could be The Matrix, Spider-Man, Superman, or Batman, or even ancient stories like Gilgamesh and the Iliad. Or maybe it describes the last project you took on. Let's explore. We all start from some point of normalcy. Business is being carried on. Users are going about their day using systems that they've been using sometimes for decades. And then something happens. A new product needs to go to market. There's an opportunity to expand into a new market. There's a new regulation. A new executive feels passionately that the business needs a new system in order to confront the competitive landscape they operate in. Somehow, there's a call to action, and leaders in the business are called upon to make it happen. They are called on an adventure. In response to the call to action, a team is assembled, a project is chartered, and the team embarks upon that adventure that we call the large strategic project. So begins this new quest, and there are fits and starts, there are moments of defeat, there are critical issues that cast doubt as to if the challenge can even be met. But the team rises to the occasion and figures it out. The system goes live. Maybe there's some initial fallout, but eventually the system becomes accepted in production. The business, if you will, returns to its new home, forever altered by the product or service that's been introduced. Do you sense any difference? Okay, in large project management, there's no supernatural magic involved, but we have all witnessed some kind of magic along the way, haven't we? Some expert who rises to the challenge, some team who, despite overwhelming obstacles, rises to the occasion and figures it out. The pattern is the same. And if we can recognize the pattern, we can identify where we are in the pattern and equally identify what tools or resources we might need to move beyond where we are in that pattern. Luke Skywalker leans on Princess Leia, R2-D2, C-3PO, Chewie, Yoda, Han Solo to provide him support. He relies on the Force to help him through his moments of self-doubt. Harry Potter relies on Ron, Hermione, Hagrid, Dumbledore, and without realizing it, even Professor Snape, to attack the challenge. And we, in our own real-life hero's journey, we rely very much on our teams to help us rise to the challenge in front of us. We rely on our own skills for sure and the trust in our own abilities, but we also lean on mentors and teachers in our world to help us gain the new skills we need to successfully meet and navigate present challenges. And like the hero's journey, there are moments of darkness. We find ourselves responding to challenges that every project has, like the volume of scope or the technical feasibility of completing the project on time. We doubt ourselves, maybe even our teams. And like our heroes from our favorite tales, failure is not an option. So we have to find ways out of that moment of despair. We fight our way out of that conflict and back to a point of stability by leaning on these tools to get us over what I often call the swamp of despair. The journey, it's not completed in one 2-hour action movie. It's a journey like this it often takes some time and often is completed not through one successive encounter with a Dark Lord, but rather through small successes that build us up to bigger successes. Finally, somehow, some way, we find our way home. Older, wiser, more mature, hopefully, with a pocket full of lessons learned from the mistakes we made. We release the product into production. We transition the new into the normal when we cycle down the larger team, often imparting our wisdom onto the team who will take on responsibility for support and maintenance. And we move on, maybe to the bench, while we await our next project, or maybe the next adventure is already queued up for us. Funny thing about home, though, home may have changed since we left it. Maybe we move into a new home because the old home doesn't exist anymore, or maybe it doesn't feel right for us anymore. Although Luke defeated the Emperor, or so we thought, he never returned to Tatooine. Harry defeated Voldemort, but he never returned to Privet Drive. And Frodo returned to Bag End, but he was just too altered from his quest to be able to fit back into that community. Ultimately, he left to find his peace elsewhere. We, too, are fundamentally altered by the projects we take on. There are mistakes we will try a whole lifetime to never make again. There are new skills we will apply to the next project. And maybe now we can be mentors for the next young project manager who needs our help to be successful in their journey. The work we do in our respective organizations is a hero's journey. We are all taking on new challenges, constantly moving from comfort to discomfort and back again. We are changing the world one project at a time, and simultaneously those experiences are changing us. Sometimes we find ourselves licking our wounds and reflecting on mistakes. Hopefully, more often than not, we revel in our accomplishments after taking on big challenges successfully. We are all heroes in our own journey. Feel free to drop any reflections on the adventures you've taken on in the comments below. I'll look forward to hearing from you. That's all I have for today. Make it a great week, and I'll see you next time on What's Jonathan Thinking?